Hello everyone. Again, I am going to meet you with that another one topic. Is called that robo with metabolism. It's think about a little bit difference. Uh, let we have to implement that biological organism, and it can able to metabolize, break down that nutrients into that basic building blocks, and use those building blocks to create that new things. So this thing that is happened in that human body, and the question is, what if we could reproduce this kind of that process in a robotic system? So this is that research region. This research aims to address this question by deploying a robot onto a reconfigurable truss structure and using it to autonomously reconfigure the structure into a new predetermined shape. So this automatic reconfiguration could perfect the recycling of modular elements from one object into another, enable self-repair and improve general system robustness. In case we may think about, so how we have to create such kind of robots with that metabolism. So that is possible with that printing of 3D with the bidirectional geared lattice beams, where a device that could be traversed, or it may be removed or added by that. And meanwhile, if the robot as it navigates around a structure composed of these perpendicularly attached supports, utilizing an encoding scheme of these refractive makers, the robot is able to determine its relative location and perform that requested reconfiguration action. The current third generation of the metabolic robot has successfully and repeatedly navigated a truss structure and disassembled it. So while accurately detecting its current relative location and correcting for minor positioning anomalies. So meanwhile, the metabolism refers to that set of chemical reactions that occur within the cells to sustain life. So it involves the process of such as energy production, nutrient uptake, waste elimination, and synthesis of necessary molecules. So in the context, the metabolic process would imply that the robot could generate energy, process nutrients, and perform similar functions to maintain its functionality. So when we are talking about that energy generation, the metabolic robots would need a mechanism to generate energy to power their function. This could involve utilizing the external power sources such as batteries or solar panels, or employing the internal energy conversion process similar to cellular respiration in a living organism. Meanwhile, it has to process with the nutrient to sustain their metabolism. The metabolic robots would require the ability to process and utilize nutrients or fuel sources. This could involve mechanisms for nutrient uptake, digestion, and metabolism to extract energy and necessary molecules from the provided resources. And one very important thing, when that robot becoming as a live, and then it's having that a metabolic, and the next one important thing is we have to be managed that the waste produced by that robot. So waste management in that metabolic robots, it's giving next at more care. So this could involve mechanism for waste elimination or recycling to maintain the efficiency and functionality of that robot. And synthetic biology and then so bioengineering is playing the next role when we have to deploy these kind of metabolic robots. The concept of metabolic robots often intersects with fields like synthetic biology and bioengineering, where researchers aim to create artificial systems that mimic biological process. So through this kind of integration of genetic engineering and biochemistry, the scientists have explored the possibilities of creating bio-inspired robots capable of metabolic functions. It's important to note that while this idea of the robots with the metabolism is intriguing, it remains mostly theoretical and speculative at this point. The field of robotics is continually evolving, and future advancements may bring us closer to creating the robotic systems in that exhibit manner. Meanwhile, the metabolism robot, it's making that construction, and then so deconstruction of the capabilities of its second and the third generation machine metabolism robot. These are all the things that is happening in that metabolism based that robot. In particular, the automatic truss repair so could be invaluable on that important thing, especially in case if you are taking an example of international space station. So there, so the most of the things is controlled by that automated machine like of that robot. If any of the issues that is happened in that ISS, if the robot is kind of that metabolic robot, the robot can able to self heal the problems so what it's facing, so due to that any environmental situation. So the repair could be invaluable in case of international space station and autonomous radio tower, and then so construction, and that would eliminate that worker source involved in their deployment. So this kind of critical kind of the works the metabolic kind of the robot do, that is a very better job. Some days later, one day we will see this metabolic kind of the robots will replace the human being where they are working with that very hazardous environment. So thank you.